Alright, let me check that everything is working. I really hope so. Okay. Checking the Twitch. Alright, it's working, let's go. I tried last time to solve issue about the distance between monsters, and I think I solved it as much as I could. Let me show you. I did a couple of things. First thing, I actually created debug mode for monster instances, and what is good, you can enable it only for particular type of instances, only for instances of monster of certain type. And okay, let me show how it works. Well, practically, if it's true, it shows physics body around the mesh, and it also shows bounding box around mesh, and here I mean bounding box like internal Babylon.js bounding box that is used for collision detection when we are casting rays, for example, or when we use function that checks that meshes intersect each other. Practically, we have that one in sector manager. Let me show you. Here is yeah, test position, and yeah, this function it actually checks virtual bounding box around the mesh. So by enabling this debug mode, you can see actually both. You can see physical body and bounding box. Let me show you. So here are two instances, and as you can see, so this cube, it's a bounding box, and sphere, it's a physics shape. And what the problem was is that when we deform mesh with bonds through animation, bounding box is not being adjusted. We ignore here physics because I use disable free step here, so I can move physics, so I can move meshes with physics body on it using position. So in this case, when monster is moved by assigning a position, this physics body is ignored, but this bounding box is important, and here is what I do. I explain other things later. Yeah, here. So when I render that, I refresh bounding info. This operation is kind of expensive, so I cannot do it continuously, but I can do it only at some keyframes, particularly on dev here. There is also some sort of GPU version of that method, which is more fast, but unfortunately it doesn't work correctly with my mesh, and it's for me to investigate why, but I think for now I'm okay to stick to that one. And let me show what's actually happening with bounding boxes on monster dev. So I shoot that one. See, it's adjusted. Even if like physics body is not adjusted, but as I said, it's not important for us because here when it's falling, it's actually not falling physically. I just uh, continuously change coordinates of monsters. So as you can see now it looks much better. Let me show you without debug mode. Now it's more acceptable, I think. So we should not see that silly problems anymore. And I found some more bugs. Let me show you. Yeah. So this is one actually serious problem. Yeah, I refactored it a little bit. So like we used to go to sleep function, I decided here to implement like go to dead to use it conveniently. Yeah, it switches state and also renders monster dead. And this actually can be also used on monster loading, so it immediately will apply bounding box. Another thing, we are assigning target to null when it's dying, because when monster dying, it's not chasing anybody anymore and will not do that. So we can assign target null. It's actually led to some problem. Actually, this one I can delete also. Ah, it's deleted already, yeah. What else? Yeah, this thing. Now going here, showed you that. And some more bugs that I discovered. First one is related with decay time. We actually broke something and the grenade detonate on collision, which is not right. So I fixed that. First of all, I wrote here excessive comments what both parameters are doing. So basically decay time is a maximum possible lifetime of a projectile. After that time is expired, the projectile will be disposed regardless. And this is decay time. And dispose time, it's a time that starts to be tracked after first collision. So after first collision, there's another timer and, well, actually it's the same timer, but it's starting to be compared with dispose time. So this is lifetime of projectile after first collision. So this is the total time. This is the time after first collision. But what is important, this one doesn't override this one. So if this time, if projectile is flying and colliding with something, this timer starts. And if this time is not expired yet, but this one is expired, the total time, a projectile will be disposed anyway. So if you want to explode or like dispose a projectile immediately, you can set 0. But if you want it to bounce indefinitely up to decay time, you can set null. And problem was with null because initially for grenades, I believe dispose time is set for null. Yeah, dispose time null, and we had problem with handling this. And so I change condition here. So we're checking it only if it's like not null, because if it's null, any timer here will be true because every number is bigger than null and it will be disposed, or in case with grenades exploded immediately. We don't want that, we want our grenade to bounce, so I'm checking that this one is explicitly not null. And only in this case we are doing this following check. If it's null, so we ignore dispose time and projectile will survive till the end of decay time. So this thing particularly. And yeah, so I actually adjusted decay time for grenade a little bit. For me, this one felt like too long. And what else? This is okay. So one more bug what I found, it's like related with weapons. Actually, I discovered a chain of bugs, and it's triggered when we save in a game immediately after the last grenade is tossed. If we tossed the last grenade, so we have zero remaining, but weapon didn't switch yet, we facing pretty terrible situation. So I tried to address this. First of all, here when we're loading weapons, we are checking what is in the save file. So I'm checking if it's throwable, and we actually used everything. We just zeroing like the fact that we ever carried someone in our hands. So if save is made during the last grenade toss, on load we pretend that we never hold the grenade in the hand. So that grenade wasn't selected. So we will switch into like null state, which is like no arms, I mean no firearms, no any weapons in our hands. And yeah, and couple more things along the way. So I explicitly check here to prevent crashes. Again, this may happen on load if we like, yeah, if we were like at final state. We might try to hide a weapon that we never picked. I mean, we used that and it's not picked anymore, like with grenades. So I added this check here, just in case. And yeah, if it's not the case, also we going into null here, like yeah, here is like typo. I rearranged here code a little bit. Yeah, that's it. So that's a set of bugs that I discovered so far. What's here is going on, it's like additional monster that I don't need as of now. Well, so far so good, and it seems like it's working. I would say we sort of finished importing monster and providing all related infrastructure. We made a lot of improvements along the way. I think I feel good about that, and I'm ready to upload the demo again. So let's save this. Actually, we made it explicitly for cat demon. We may add that to our monsters later. So, but before that, what else? Something like that. And also what it was like okay. So what goes next? Basically, as I said, I want to upload this demo. Let me actually remind you. Okay, here is a local host, but I have public demo, and yeah, this is a kind of old version, and we did a lot of tweaks and optimizations after that. So yeah, I'm going to update it with latest version with cat daemon here. If I will not find more bugs, of course, I will double check everything again, and if everything is fine, I will renew that demo. If not, I will fix and I think still renew it. Anyway, I guess I see you in 1 week. Yeah, today's stream is very short, but I'm really busy with other stuff. And it's actually a good thing that I still managed to find some time and actually fix issues that we faced last time. And I made kind of good changes here. It doesn't seem much, yeah, but those things are really convenient, especially new debug mode. I'm glad how it turned out to be. Probably I will update also Babylon version before release. Actually, it's interesting fact, I updated and installed this version even before official release. Yeah, it was deployed to npm.js already, but there was no release on their GitHub page yet and on their website. So yeah, they pushed the code, but didn't do like press release or like official release yet. I was kind of lucky to find this tiny time frame and install this before it was officially released. But since then, I believe they released a couple more patches. So I think I surely should update that. But it doesn't seem like a big thing that doesn't worth to make a separate stream for that. So yeah, I update this, I check bugs and upload everything to Babylon.js-fps.com, and we discuss it next Sunday at same time. Yeah, I'm sorry that streams are quite compact recently, and despite what I promised, don't do anything behind the scenes, but due to time pressure and other activities, I sort of have to switch to that format a little bit. But as you can see, I didn't do there that much, and I still explaining everything what I'm doing. So I guess it's acceptable. Anyway, too much talking. Thank you to everyone who watched this live or recording. I will see you next Sunday. Have a nice upcoming week.